Last week, if you'll remember, we left you hanging with the question, what do you think we're making with the wood and the trim? Well, some of you guessed that it was going to be shiplap for our bathroom maybe, or something to do with the loft. And then again, some of you nailed it. We are finally getting to the barn door that goes into the guest room, from the living room here. So we are using this baseboard trim and mounting it to the wall so that whenever we attach our barn door railing, it will be on this piece of trim board. So we actually did all of this last Friday, but I did not want to show it to you guys until this week. Had to leave you hanging and keep you coming back for more. But anyways, today I'm caulking and filling the screw holes and prepping it for paint. Really quickly, I want to show you guys what I'm using to fill in the screw holes up there. It's called vinyl spackling, and I cannot remember who told us about this. Oh man, one of our paint friends, or maybe it was Jimmy that did our doors and windows. I honestly can't remember, but the stuff is super great. It dries super fast, and then you can just kind of sand over your screw holes, and then painting over them is a breeze. So that's what I'm using over screw and nail holes, because in the video, you may have seen us using a nail gun. We kind of tacked it up there first to secure it to the wall so we didn't have to just hold it while Mike put the screws into it. So. You guys, it is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, and I've been inside doing that painting on the trim board and all, or prepping it to paint, and I thought, oh my wow, I need to be taking advantage of this beautiful day and getting out here and taking care of these dead zinnias, deheading them, and saving all the seed pods, and then I'm going to be pulling all the dead stuff up. So, I'm going to have a million, trillion, bazillion zinnia seeds next year. I think Curry wants to try to put some out, and I'm going to see if any of my other kiddos want any. I'll have to show you guys what just jumped out of the zinnias while I was pulling them up. A pretty little tree frog. All right, so I think I'm gonna go out and get my rake. It's out in the big barn. And I'm just gonna break the soil up and there's so many seeds, that obviously fall off through the season that are just gonna come up kind of volunteer. I'm not planning to replant any seeds there. This should have plenty there already. There's my pile of what I pulled up. I've got to decide where I'm gonna haul this off to, but wherever I do haul it off to, I think I can expect to see zinnias pop up in that location as well, because there's still quite a few seed pods on here. I couldn't get them all. I may still snag a few, but I want to show you this, my box of them. That is a lot. I mean, look at that. So from what I've read, I just need to keep them in this box through the winter, keep them in a cool, dark place, and next year I can put them wherever I want, sprinkle them out. So getting outside and messing with the zinnias gave my wood filler and my caulking a chance to dry. And so now then I'm just gonna tape off and do the little technique that I've shown you guys before, where I tape off and then I'm painting the wall color around there. And so it is what will get behind the tape and seep under and kind of creates a seal. And then I will go over it with the white, like I'm going to be painting the trim board piece with, and it just creates those super crisp, clean lines. And I am terrible at cutting in, so this is the best way for me to do it. I'm really proud of Curry, you guys. She just tackled a project out in their house. You know, they went with all white Chantilly lace throughout their entire house. It is bright, it is beautiful, and they really wanted to live in it for a while before they made any drastic changes. But she painted a wall black, and it is gorgeous, and she did this exact same technique on their wall, and so it's so pretty. I'm so proud of her. Weston, who are we talking to?
He has horse.
What's his name? Call him.
Horse.
What's the horse's name? Rio.
Rio.
Pretty much every time Weston and the babies are here, we try to take a golf cart ride and go over and see the horses. And the neighbors brought us horse treats, so next time they're here, we will get to feed the horses. Today I am out in the barn or garage, whatever. I call it the wrong thing every time. It's garage, but we don't park in it, so I don't know what you want to call it. Anyways, I made this cross for Colby and Alyssa's wedding a couple of years ago. Well, 2019. Oh my, wow. And so it fell off the wall and a piece of the wood came off. So I just reattached it, and it didn't have a frame. At the time when I made it, Alyssa didn't really care if it had a frame or not. And so I'm adding a frame to it. I just got these pieces of wood ripped, and now then I'm gonna stain them, and then I will be attaching it. And I actually have a tutorial on these if you're interested. So I'll show you it in just a little bit. All right, so I just got the frame put on it and it's finished up. The stain's a little different, but I think I kind of like the look of that. It's kind of in between the whitewashed look and the cross. So there we have it. Their cross is fixed. You guys, we had another incredibly gorgeous day out, and I really needed to get sublimation tumblers made today. So I just decided to make the outdoors my workspace, took my sublimation press out and made tumblers, and it was so beautiful. And Mike is out working in the garage. You're about to see that. And so while he was doing his thing, I was doing my thing.
Okay guys, I am gonna tackle this crazy unorganized mess. Somewhat organized, but not the best of organized. I just keep piling stuff up. I'm gonna build some shelves, and I've got a bajillion of these containers. I think this one, yeah, is my grapefruit. I drink the juice too, put it in my water, but I eat this a lot, and so I have a lot of these containers. But I just want to organize the screws and the bolts and all of that stuff. And these doors, some of you don't know this, but we redid a house, and the doors came out of that house, and we replaced those. So I've used them as shelves, and they've worked great, but they are starting to bow in the middle because of weight. So I'm going to support those. I'm going to turn this into a better organized area. The outside of this shelf is at 33 inches. The middle is pretty close. I mean, we're about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16 short. So I'm gonna cut the two middle ones at 33 to help support this in the middle. And then on the insides, I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and we'll make it all the same height and give the support to the shelf that's needed. Oh, and by the way, guys, I thought I'd mention this. Everything I'm using for these are leftover pieces from other jobs. And so I'm just grabbing all of my scraps that I've had left over. I save everything. And what I'll do is the skinniest one is this one. It's about 6 3/16. So I'll just get the table saw out and rip all of these, every one that I need to do at 6 3/16, and they'll all be even. All right, guys, here we go. I got that all the way in there. I had to beat it with a hammer. Thought I was making it a little bit bigger than that, but anyway, all of the nail gun nails will go up there, and all the extras, etc. And I will remark all of my containers, and there we have it. I'll put it back on it one of these days. Well, I still have too much stuff. The ones that are upside down right there don't have anything in them yet. And then I've got to identify some of the screws and bolts. I've got brass and some longer screws and some leftover parts and pieces, and then all kinds of goodies all in here. And so I will get them all organized, but there you have it. Now you can walk up and at least see everything. So that'll be good, and I'll finish it up at another time.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's actually morning. I look like I just woke up. Well, I did. Having my coffee even. So, another week
In the books.
in the books, yes.
We didn't get tons done. I did some organizational
did.
things outside. You know, it's funny because as we do jobs, as we are constantly helping other people, we load things into toolboxes. We put things into little containers, and I
Tubs.
save containers for everything, but have leftover screws, bolts, etc. And so you saw it. There's tons and tons of different things that I've put out there and got them organized, and I'll put labels on things, and so we'll be able to go out there and just grab them right off the shelf, and that'll make things a whole lot nicer for us in the future.
Yeah, he did a great job organizing that out there. And while he was doing that, you saw that I was pressing tumblers. I got to set up at the bowling alley yesterday and
She did
sell
good.
a lot of stuff, so that was fun. I get to do that again next week. So if you're a local friend of ours or viewer, I'll be set up next Tuesday and Thursday, midday-ish. So
At BA Lanes.
yeah, at BA Lanes.
BA Lanes,
So
right off of Elm and between 111th and 101st, but close to 111th.
yeah,
So, anyway,
so stop
you
and
know,
shop.
and come by and say hi. We actually met a couple in Walmart, and I felt bad because we were in a really big hurry because it was my fault because I was running a little bit late trying to get last things done, and we didn't even get to visit with them very much. And you know, we've got locals that come by, so that couple was very, very sweet. I'm sorry that we didn't get to
Cheryl.
spend more time with her or her husband, but got to at least shake their hands and say hi, and we appreciate them. And I think at one point she was like, "I'm sorry, I kind of infiltrated your day," and it's like, no,
Not at all. I
We
felt bad
loved
because
it.
I
loved it.
almost ran into her with my shopping cart. I was literally flying through Walmart. It was crazy.
Yeah, and that was, again, it's just we try and fit in too many things instead of just relaxing sometimes. So I am going to be doing that this day instead of working. I'm going to head out and do some things with a friend, and then we're going to a bowl tournament, and that's going to be good. So I get to kind of chill out a little bit.
We're not going to be able to film what we're doing right now tonight because he's got so much going on. So we're doing that early this morning, and while he's doing his thing, I'll be doing my thing, and you'll get to see that next week, whatever it may be. But about our barn door, so, you know, many of you had guessed in the beginning, like, what we were doing with the wood. Some of you were exactly right. It was the barn door, which we didn't get to finish up yet because this guy is like Mr. Social Butterfly. He has a lot going on in the evenings. And so also our friend Kevin that lets us use his tools and his amazing his domino joiner has not been available. So hopefully we'll get to do that soon.
Yeah, and he's usually available at night, and I'm not available at night, so it's just been kind of a conflict of timing. So anyway, we really do appreciate you guys, and it's fun to get to meet folks that we did, and to know that we have some content that they enjoy, and so that's good, and we like like that. So I'm going to tell you, God bless and have a wonderful weekend right now. And she's going to tell you,
like, subscribe, comment, and share. And definitely leave us a note, a little message down below.
And how about this? Tell me something that you've done to organize and make things easier in your life. Just it could be cleaners under the sink or the way you do what you do. I don't know.
How do you organize best?
I don't know if that's a great question or not, but it's nice when things are in order. So anyhow.
All right, y'all have a great week. As always, we want you to know how much we appreciate you watching. If this is your first time catching our vlog, be sure to check out our Flipping the Farm playlist that you see here on the screen. Also, I put out weekly videos and tutorials, and if those spark your interest, then I would love for you to check those out. Thanks again for watching.